Okay, I think we're on. And then we gotta end them all like this. Except I can never get that in tune. Something like that. Anyways, all that aside, Wampler Pedals recently released a new Brent Mason signature pedal. I think it was kind of like right before Christmas it came out. But I am not going to be buying the pedal. I've had a number of people message me on social media because I normally just run country related content. And they asked me about my thoughts on the pedal. And I think it's a great pedal, but I'm not going to buy it. And I'm going to tell you why. I have finally come to terms with the fact that this pedal is not going to make me sound like Brent Mason, and the reality is it is not going to make you sound like Brent Mason either, unfortunately. Yeah, that's just the honest truth. Nothing against Wampler pedals. In fact, I own two of them. I actually own the, let me see if we can, boom, there we go. I own version 2. Yeah, let me see. This might be version 1. No, I think this is version 2. Yeah, version 2. They have a newer version of version 2. I think the guts are the same, but it looks a little different. Anyways, I kind of wanted to talk today a little bit about why I don't think it's worth it to me to upgrade from version 2 to the new one. There are some definite improvements to the new one and some changes that we'll talk about. But then I also kind of wanted to just address the whole issue with gear in general and whether or not it actually makes you better, and kind of a mindset as far as balancing gear, or balancing getting new gear with actually just playing and practicing and trying to get better at the craft itself. So yeah, that is a brief introduction to why I'm not going to buy this pedal. Let's chat about it a little more after this short commercial break. Now, before we get too far into this, I just want to say that I have nothing but positive things to say about Wampler pedals. I own this one, obviously, and then I also own another Wampler pedal that I'll show you here in a second. I've had nothing but good experiences with the pedals. I had a foot switch go out on this. I bought this pedal used and it was out of warranty. I reached out just to their customer service to see what the right part would be, and they just sent me a new one for free. I think I had to pay for shipping, but 10 out of 10 on customer service. They didn't have to do that. It was well out of warranty at that point. So yeah, I have nothing bad to say about the company or the pedals in general. Kind of more I just wanted to talk about in this video, just a little bit of a mindset shift when it comes to acquiring gear, and maybe just being honest with ourselves as far as what we want from the gear. So that being said, like I mentioned, owning this pedal or owning the new Rewired isn't going to make you sound like Brent Mason. What is going to make you sound like Brent Mason is learning Brent Mason solos every week for the next 2, 3, 4 years. If you gave it 2 years, I know that seems like a long time, but gave it 2 years and then look back, you would realize you don't need whatever pedals it was you thought you needed to sound like him. Turns out just by learning his stuff, you'd have it. Now, all that being said, I don't want this to seem preachy or judgy. As you can see behind me, obviously I've spent a decent chunk of my life collecting gear. My problem is I actually like collecting guitars, which are way more expensive than pedals to begin with. So there's a time and a place for buying this stuff. And as long as you have the right expectation going into a purchase, 100% go for it. But for me personally, that fact alone, being honest with myself about what a new pedal is going to do for me, coupled with a few of the other reasons that I'm going to talk about, are kind of why I decided not to pull the trigger. So the second reason that I wouldn't purchase this pedal is basically just that it's not different enough from what I already have. If you're new to these styles of pedals, like if I didn't own version 2, I would definitely spring for version 3 over version 2 at this point. But the main features that version 3 or this Rewired kind of offers or allows you, I kind of already have access to in my other Wampler pedal, which is the Gearbox. So, and I'll show you here on the back, one of the really cool things that they do with the Rewired is there's the 2 ins and the 2 outs. So I know I'm showing you the Gearbox, but the new pedal, the new Brent Mason pedal has this same setup. And what that allows you to do is you can run your guitar and hit this first side, then you can actually run out, hit a separate pedal if you want, or hit another series of pedals, then come back in and hit the more distortion side last. And then you also have a switch on there that allows you to internally jump between which of these is hit first. So if you are just running it conventionally, just 1 in and 1 out, you can actually run to this side first and then come out the cleaner side. So like I said, if I didn't already have that option with this pedal, I'd probably be a lot more likely to try to spring for this new Brent Mason one. As far as the actual tones within the pedal, I haven't seen any actual A/B comparisons between version 2 and the new Rewired. If you're aware of any of those that exist, I would love to. I'd love to see that. Or if you own both of them already and have kind of played them next to each other, I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. It seems like from their website, the actual circuitry inside both sides hasn't really changed much, as far as the right side being kind of Tube Screamer-ish, and then the left side, the more distorted side being kind of based off of a plexi-ish signal. The one difference that the Rewired is giving you now is, instead of, on the version 2, I'll try to zoom in here, you have these switches, which basically allows you to fatten up the sound a little bit. And on the new pedal, the Rewired, that switch becomes an actual control knob. So you can go the whole sweep of frequencies there, as opposed to just selecting between kind of the 3 pre-selected options for you. So overall, I just don't see the Rewired being enough of a change to merit replacing kind of what I already have between these 2 pedals. It's just not different enough. Like I said, not knocking this new one at all. Sounds killer. The videos I've seen of guys playing it, I think guys are going to be thrilled if they get it. But as far as I'm concerned with what I need right now, that is more time practicing, and gear is not going to do that for me. So there you have it. That is why I won't be buying the new Rewired. Maybe someday, maybe after I learn 50 more Brent Mason solos, I'll treat myself and pull the trigger. Yeah, a lot of me just jabbering at the camera today, but I had gotten some questions about this stuff and thought I would just kind of throw a video on here, chiming in and weighing in on my current thoughts, at least, on acquiring new gear. And yeah, there you have it. So if you do own the pedal, and yeah, let me know below what your thoughts are. Hopefully you guys are digging it if you got it. Or if you own version 2 or version 1 of his older pedals, I'd be curious to know your thoughts on making the upgrade as well. So yeah, leave those in the comments if you feel so inclined. And until then, learn those Brent Mason solos. 2 a month, that might be a lot. If you can do 1 a month, 1 a month should be doable. Try to do 2 a month. And then meet back in 2 years and we'll see how everyone's doing. All right, cheers.